Okay, there we go. So hello to you all. Okay, if you haven't met me before, I'm Millie, who's been sending you random emails with bits missing and this, that, and the other. So I apologize for that. I have just had COVID, so I think my brain has just fallen off. It's just gone to sleep for a while, but it's coming back. You can trust me. Anyway, right. So first thing, I want to apologize about the flight. We got the flight details on Friday last week. I didn't send them out because we were waiting for the government announcement. We then got it Friday night. The government, Costa Rica, didn't come off the red list. So I really didn't think there was going to be an issue with the flight demand. But trail finders have informed me it doesn't quite work like that. If there is a big demand in general, that affects all prices. So there's just a kind of flight kind of squeeze. So anyway, we are where we are. So I'm very sorry about that. They have assured me that there is enough availability on the flight on that Friday getting you out. If you haven't booked your flight yet, they might offer you to go on the 6:50 flight from London, which, yes, it gives you longer in Paris, but it might give you the opportunity to shave 50 to 100 quid off. So I'll leave that up to you. Perfect. I'm so happy with you getting either flight. And you will all be funneled into the same flight from Paris to San Jose. So that will work nicely. Okay, so the main aim of today is just to make sure everyone is comfortable with the getting you home plan. So I really hoped that, and talking to the embassy in Costa Rica, we had all hoped and thought that Costa Rica would have come off the red list last Friday, but it didn't. But there is lots of green lights going on to indicate that on the 4th of October, Costa Rica will be one of the lucky countries to come off. Now, we can't guarantee that, but between us and the embassy, looking at the indicators, it's looking, I would say it's a highly likely. So perfect. The best case scenario is you've got your Air France flight in and out of Costa Rica. Therefore, you could come straight back from Costa Rica on your return flight. The benefit of using Air France is that they are very, very good at changing and rerouting. So date changing and rerouting the return journey. So if it comes off the red list, you can use that return flight, easy peasy. And all you need to do if you want to stay longer in Costa Rica is play with the date. Okay, that's all you need to do. If it remains on the red list, then we will reroute you. And we are not going to do this reroute until the week before you come home. Week before the program ends. So we are working with the best and most relevant intelligence at the time. What we have done previously is rerouted that flight to take you back from Guatemala. Okay, so it's very easy to buy a cheap flight from Costa Rica to Guatemala, which probably costs less than $100. And then you reroute your Air France flight, Guatemala, America to UK. Oh, here's Finn, hold on. Where is Finn? Hi, Finn. We're just welcome to the meeting. I'm just giving everyone a quick update on rerouting you back from Costa Rica if, worst case scenario, Costa Rica remains on the red list, which we don't think is going to happen, but I'm talking through what if. If Guatemala, so if that's our preferred option. If Guatemala went on the red list, then we can look at Mexico if that's come off. Or what we do is just say, right, sod it, you're going to go via the States. And you might have to fly into New York and have, 11 nights in New York or Miami. We would, between us, pick a hub that you like the look of. you spend 11 nights there, and then you fly back home. That's to avoid the red list. So, you know, embarking on this adventure, you all know that, you know, clearly that it is on the red list. So you just have to travel knowing that we will assist you in getting you home, but you have to be super flexible, okay? And hold your nerve until pretty much the last week of your program. So what happens? So the next point is, okay, so those are the routes home. And then with that 11 nights, you know, the question a lot of parents ask us is it escorted? Is it unescorted? Now, this is up to you. And again, talking, you know, this is for an honest conversation with your parents when, you know, over supper tonight. We can do either. Going up to Guatemala, we can arrange a 11-night itinerary, which we did, you know, fully guided, fully organized. And everybody went as a team together to Guatemala and then home. But some teams say, do you know what? No, we are, you know, we've done the 4 weeks. We're feeling much more confident. We're actually going to split into 2 groups, or we're going to split into 3, or we're going to travel all together. It changes with every team. And we're going to take your Guatemala itinerary and we're going to do it ourselves. And we've got contacts in Guatemala that, you know, can guide you every step of the way. So you don't need a leader. And obviously it's much cheaper to do it that way. So you can go guided or unguided. You make that decision when you're there. But when it goes to the States, we cannot do a guided trip in the States. But I think you'll be absolutely fine. Miami, New York, we again would guide you, say where to go, what to do, what to be mindful of, et cetera, et cetera. But if you were going through the States, you would be traveling independently. But Guatemala, Mexico, you could be guided, unguided. Okay. So what, just with you there today, is your gut feeling to go in and out straight home? Or, oh, here's Tina, hold on. Hi, Tina. She's not there. Tina, are you there? Nope, gone. Okay, I'll send to the video. So my question is, out of you lot that I can see, is your intention to go in and out of Costa Rica, or would you like to stay in Costa Rica and do some independent traveling, do an independent trip at the end? So let's go for hands up, who wants to go in and out on the prescribed dates? Okay, Rosie, that's you. Is that yes, no? No? Okay. Who would like to spend longer in Costa Rica and travel around a bit of Costa Rica? Okay, who's open to the idea of traveling around Costa Rica afterwards, maybe going up to Guatemala or Mexico, depending on the red list? Lovely. All right, perfect. That's perfect. So we will guide you, okay, and give you all the information you need from the leaper point of view and the parent point of view. But what I need you to do is, we've got some parents and some kids here, some gappers here, is all your insurance that you're going to book, all your flights, your parents have got to have all the information at home, because we will be doing the admin with your parents while you're overseas. So yes, we want you to be independent and, you know, and take control, but trust me, it's so much easier if we can work with your parents at home, juggling that admin in UK time. But so just make sure they have access to all your flight accounts and your insurance, so we can make those changes. Okay. Right. Any questions on that so far? All good? Here's Amelia. Hold on. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Amelia. We've just touched on the flights getting you in and out of Costa Rica. I'm not going to repeat it, but I'm going to send you the recording of this meeting afterwards so that you can whiz through that and then give me a call privately in the office if you've got any questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you.
All right, perfect. So the next thing is the itinerary. So in this adventure team, you're going to arrive, be picked up in San Jose at the airport and be taken straight to the Rosa of America, which is our hub in San Jose. It's a lovely family-run little hotel where all our operations are in and out of. So it's really nice. It's extremely noisy. So if any of you are light sleepers, I'm highly recommending you take your earplugs, because in Costa Rica, you've got birds, monkeys, everything screeching about 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm warning you, earplugs are really essential. So from there, your first night, you'll then be taken down to Manuel Antonio National Park. Now, weather dependent will be whether we take the finca or if we put you in a different accommodation in Quipos, the town. So just allow us that little bit of flexibility and we will just juggle it depending on what the weather's doing. In October, it is the rainy season, but it's not it's not going to ruin or dampen your spirits because it comes at night and it kind of clears up throughout the day. And some days it doesn't rain at all. So, but we are just mindful of what the weather is and where the best location for you is at that time. So you've got the Manuel Antonio National Park with your community phase, okay? Then you're going to move to your wildlife phase, the animal rescue. Again, Chris is talking, we're due to go to Natura, which is the animal sanctuary we've been working in for ages, but we might be upgrading you to the sun rescue because Chris is just dealing with that now. So that could be an extra cheeky little bonus for you. They're similar, but just in different places. And the sun rescue is next to the beach, which you might prefer rather than being inland. Just gives you an extra dimension. So I will let you know in the next week what we're doing with that. And then at the end, you've got a beach phase at Samara and Asvo doing the turtle sanctuary. Now that turtle sanctuary at Asvo is really remote. That's your Robinson Crusoe experience. It really is remote. So that is like, righto, that's where you think definitely on an adventure here. So you do 2 or 3 nights there. So I will send you a day-to-day itinerary of the order of events closer to the time when Chris has looked at the forecast of the weather and where's the best place to be at the best time. And when you're there, if a storm comes in, because there's a big distance between each thing, he might flip the order of events. But the rule of thumb is, the go-home message, is that everything is included. It's just in what order. So just that's part of the adventure, not knowing where you're going to wake up the next morning. So any questions on the itinerary? No? All good? Tina, yes?
Just in terms of clothing for all those different locations, is there anywhere where they need to be particularly just from a culture point of view, respectful point of view, completely covered up, or can they always wear shorts and
strappy tops
and midriff showing and all of that stuff, or do they have to always do they need any baggy long sleeve, long legged clothes?
You're in Central America, you're in a Latino country, there's lots of midriffs on show, literally by everybody in the entire country. So it's culturally that is the norm. What I would say though, from a clothing point of view is in the national park, in the evenings, just to, when you're going to the beach in the evenings, is to wear kind of long, all of you have got those harem style trousers, long cotton trousers, not jeans or chinos or anything like that, but the really thin things, you pick up in the market. Those are really useful with the elastication, especially for the girls. Boys, I don't expect you to be in elasticated bottom trousers, but the girls are really good because the midges can't fly up your leg. So that's a good top tip. But I do recommend is that you take the thinnest cagoule type jacket that you've got, because if it is raining, it's still going to be hot and humid, but it's just, if it rains, that's really useful. When it comes to shoes, don't take walking boots or anything like that, but take a pair of trainers, and we're talking sturdy trainers, with a grip, not a pair of, just choose a pair of trainers which has got a grippy sole, as opposed to a really flat, useless, more fashionista sole. Yeah, but you'll want nice clothing because you will go out in the evenings, you will, go out and about. So, you will want all of that. But things like, people often ask us, can I take a wheelie bag? A wheelie hard case suitcase? No, please don't. Those are useless. You don't necessarily need to take a big rucksack because you're not actually doing any trekking with the big rucksack on. But you want a kind of squishy, if you've got a rucksack, great. But if you don't, and you've got a barrel style bag, which is squishy, which you can just chuck on the roof of a van or chuck under a bed, squeeze under a bed, that's more useful. But a day rucksack is critical, probably 20-25 litre day rucksack, and a water bottle, which is hard, recyclable one, not plastic, not, those insulate, like a Chili's bottle, essential. And a hat, essential. A head torch, essential. Swimming costumes, essential. Sun cream, essential. You'd be amazed how many people forget those key items. Passports. So, everything on that kit list is there for a reason. Telephones, I know. You rely on your phones like us all. If you have a rubbishy secondhand phone in one of the kitchen drawers, I know you've all got that drawer, then fling in your bag one of those extra phones, if not two, because one of you amongst the team is going to drop that phone into water, smash it, lose it. And the post to Costa Rica is hopeless. So any medication, anything that is absolutely critical, we need to know about it. We need to make sure that you, especially medication, can get that medication overseas, because nothing can be posted to you. Okay, so if you've left something at home, you're buying it out there. Aren't I full of joy? Right, what else, Zoe?
Please let us know your address for t-shirts.
Address for t-shirts. Okay, I'm just going to go through. I'm going to actually talk about the health and safety while I'm here. I often do a little video before you go talking about it, but while I've got you all here, I'm going to nail it now. Clearly, COVID is still lurking. Okay, there is nothing we can do about that. We can't, we just have to manage it. So what we're asking you all to do is, hopefully you are all double vaxxed. And then 24 hours before you go, to have a home antigen test. And we really need you to be honest with yourselves. If you are feeling COVID-y, if you have been exposed to the COVID, to let us know, okay? You can go out 5 days later. There is nothing, don't just think, oh my God, and don't worry, I've got 2 kids that have been doing it all summer saying, Mum, I'm not going to test myself because I don't want to know. We're all in the same boat, but actually it would just be really mindful before you go that you are fit and healthy. And if you're not, we can juggle so much to take care of that situation. So we need that COVID test. Now, if somebody gets ill overseas, okay, we are not automatically going to panic and think you've got COVID, because in Costa Rica, especially at this season, the team in the first week, it's like fresh as flu. They all got a sore throat, and we deal with that. And we've got a doctor on speed dial who makes that judgment for us, because he's got the picture of all the bugs and the viruses going on locally. And that is so critical and helpful for all of us. We have got a COVID case at the moment in our plastic oceans, and immediately he has been isolated. The group, which you are a team, you are a bubble, and you carry on. That ill person will be, tucked away and looked after until, well, from the day they get tested. Yeah, if they're not ill, they just have to be in isolation for 5 days. If they are ill, then clearly they've got to remain in isolation until they're better, and then with a few days of all clear. So usually the maximum that people are ill is up, 5 or 6 days, and then they're out. So just we've been operating all through this last year, so we know the signs, and we will juggle what is required at the time, knowing where you are, because it will depend on which phase you are in. So just trust us. But more importantly, more dangerous to you than COVID is two simple things: dehydration and cuts. So dehydration is really, really, we're really on that, because you are actually doing manual labor in the midday sun, okay? Which is something that none of us are really used to. Usually when you go to a hot place, relying on a sun lounger, jumping in and out of the sea. But oh no, you've got sleeves rolling up and you're doing the volunteering work. So it is very, very easy to get dehydrated very quickly. And the signs are, the headache, the sore throat, achy bones, very similar to COVID. Lots of people in the first 3 days are just thinking, oh my God, what? So drinking loads of water. If you've got a local Holland and Barrett near you, nipping over there and getting these rehydration salts, which you just pop one. It's like a redoxin. You just pop one in your water every day, and that just keeps your sugar and salts, going. So highly recommend that. Cuts too. A simple cut. Mosquito bites, scratched mosquito bites, they take ages to heal, and they can quickly get infected. And if they do get infected, don't think they're going to get better by themselves. They're not. You need to go talk to Diego or Kira, the leader, and say, right, what are we going to do? And they will get you the right meds to put on it. But what we don't want is people ignoring them and then getting cellulitis, when the infection goes straight down. It doesn't spread out, it goes straight down into the skin. So it's very hard to cure when you've got it. So those two things, dehydration and cuts, are what we are really, really mindful of. I'm just going through my list, just to check. So flights, visa, you get the visa stamp in your passport on your way out. Okay, so you don't need to do anything for that. The thing that you are going to have to do on the 24-hour, the day before you fly, is to get your QR code. Now, I will send you a full list of instructions to do that in that week. Honestly, it's a real brain teaser. So you're going to give yourself all day to do that. And, and luckily, we're all here on hand to help. It's a Costa Rican fiddly document. Other than that, that is all I've got to say. I've gone down my list. Oh, Zoe's got two things. What?
Please can I have their addresses for the t-shirts, and can they email info@the-leap with how many vaccines they've had, 0, 1, or 2?
Okay. Zoe has requested, please could you go into your MyLeap and update your address so we can send you a Leap t-shirt.
Just do it via email when they tell me the vaccine status.
Okay, and email Zoe at the Leap or info at the Leap, telling her how many, what your COVID vaccination situation is, whether you've had 1, 2, or none. And you can just pop your home address in that too. And are you small, medium, or large? Okay, thanks. Right. Any questions from it? Oh, money. This is another thing that comes through. Monzo Revolut debit cards. Okay. ATMs all over the country. So really, really easy to get money out. I would probably take $100 in cash just to have with you, just for emergencies. If you need something at the airport, you know, it's just always good just to have that. But don't try and get the local currency out. That will all be sorted on the ATM. Spending money through this program, you probably, they say people spend anything between 100 and 150 pounds a week extra, just buying the odd meal that you need, and drinks. That's it from me. Any questions from you guys? Yes, Tina?
Sorry, just one question. I've just done Poppy's insurance and her flights. I'm sure I read ages ago when she was going to be doing the other program, I'm sure I read somewhere that she had to fill out some kind of Costa Rican
INS insurance
thing, which wasn't on your most recent email yesterday. Is that still?
No, that is correct. If you are double vaxxed, you only need the battle face insurance. Okay, so it's all slightly changed now, the admin, since the 1st of September. So double vaxxers, battle face insurance. One vaccine or no vaccine, you need the extra Costa Rican INS insurance. So if you have one or none, email me like Frankie has already, and I will send you the INS details that you need. Okie dokes. Anybody else? Yes, Gemma?
Do we need rain boots, do you think?
What boots?
Rain boots? For the
Rain boots. Go on, what is a rain boot? Oh, welly boots. Like plastic boots, plastic Wellington boots. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, because everything, if you get sodden, wet, mucky trainers, you'll rinse them off and they'll be dry in a couple of hours. Anyone else? Gemma, are you on an English passport, coming from England or the States?
I'm coming from the States.
Okay, so have you got the iNext insurance?
Yeah, we need to buy, we're working on that. Yeah.
Okay. And have you had your vaccination?
Mhm,
Yeah.
Okay,
that's perfect. So your flight, you will coordinate in with the arrival time of the British flight on that day.
yeah, I'm actually going to be in Costa Rica, so I'm going to.
Oh, that's great.
Come
Okay,
meet
you're going to come up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Rightio. I think that's it. So between now and your departure, we are here, obviously, to get you organised. It will be thrilling, and I would strongly recommend that after your 4-week program, that with your new friends, you go up to Guatemala for 10, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as long as you've got, because it is an awesome country and it is a fantastic contrast to Costa Rica. It's like going to Peru. It's got the culture, you've got the architecture. It is the perfect contrast. So if you can add that on, then you'll be really chuffed that they work really well together. But clearly we'll work that down the line. Okay. Right. Well, lovely to meet you. Oh, hi, Tina. Yeah.
All right, to be a pain, me again. If they do decide to go on to Guatemala, can they reschedule all their flights through you, or how does all that work?
Yes. Sorry, you missed that in the beginning, and I will send you the whole. I will send everybody this recording so that you can replay it. We, through Air France, we redate and reroute that flight, and then to go from Guatemala, it goes Guatemala, Atlanta, Paris, home. That's the route that if you did Guatemala, we would arrange. And then you buy a cheap flight from Costa Rica up to Guatemala, which is less than $100. And if you're double vaxxed, you literally hop on a plane. You don't need any antigen test or anything to get up there. So it's super easy. Okay. Right. Going to love you and leave you. Thank you for tuning in today, and get on and book those flights in the next week. And I spoke to Trailfinders today, and there are 2 flights, one at 6:50 in the morning from London to Paris, and then clearly the later one from London to Paris. I don't mind which one you get. Clearly nobody wants to get the 6:50 because that means getting there at some obscene hour in the morning. But if you could shave off 100 quid for doing that, then I'm very relaxed. Do it. I'm leaving that up to you. But, that Air France flight is a good one to get because of its flexibility in getting you home. Alrighty? Right. Over and out from me. Have a lovely weekend, all of you. Bye.